Hey, have you ever felt awkward somewhere, or you tried to do something new for the first time and it just felt awkward? Like when I go to the gym, it's not a place that I naturally feel comfortable. I just never been confused as a gym rat or accused of being one. It's just not some place that I naturally feel like is my comfort zone. Maybe for you, it's school, right? Like you're going to the classroom and man, you just don't feel comfortable at school. It just feels awkward and the learning, it's just not your thing. There's a lot of people I know that feel awkward when they come to church, right? Like it's a whole new environment, songs, people sing, and it just seems different. And oftentimes, what we're not used to, or when we go somewhere for the first time, it can feel awkward or even uncomfortable. But just because something is uncomfortable in the moment doesn't mean it has no meaning or value. In fact, I think about this within the context of our worship that, the first time you start singing songs to God, as opposed to like, your normal love songs or songs you hear on the radio, it can maybe feel a little different, a little awkward. I remember the first time I had a friend come to church with me and we were in middle school and I was lifting my hands in worship, which was kind of normal for me, but he had never been around it. And he was like, started slapping my hand high five and trying to put like pennies in my hand because he thought I was like begging for money or something. And he had kind of missed the point. He didn't understand and it was awkward and different for him. But it didn't mean that from my perspective, worship is any less valuable. In fact, God says that when we lift up our hands, when we lift up a voice, when we turn our attention and express our affection for him, man, there's worship and there's something transcendent that happens where it's like God's presence, his very being, his essence, like it shows up and we sense that in us and in our hearts and in our spirits, to be more theologically specific. I think that if we can be willing to push past the awkward feeling in church, if we can push past the newness of a song or the newness of an environment, and maybe even what would feel awkward the first time when you lift your hands, you close your eyes, you sing to the Lord. Well, like if you can push past the awkwardness, push past that moment of uncomfort or like not normal, I think you'll discover something magically wonderful. There's something that matters that's transcendent that'll occur in your life. Again, just because it's not comfortable doesn't mean it doesn't matter. In fact, with most things in life, like when I go to the gym, if I will push past my not feeling in place or not feeling natural for me to be at the gym, there's a benefit on the other side of it. And there's a benefit that you experience when you make a personal decision to worship God. So push past the newness, push past the I've never done this before things in church and in worship, and watch what begins to take place in you. You'll see benefits begin to show up in your heart and your life, and it changes who you are from the inside out. Hey, that's it for me today. Hope this has helped you have a little bit of faith. Hey, I love you.